Hello everyone, my name is GamerBustPlays! And 7 years ago today, I created my YouTube channel. Woo-hoo! Dude, I have been waiting for the past 2 weeks, desperately waiting for this day to come so I could make this video. For once, I really was just begging for it to come. Oh, man. It's been a year already. Another year, which, granted, went by very quickly. Like, a little bit scary how fast it went by. But it happened. It went by. And it is now 2022. August 29th, 2022. Exactly 7 years ago today of when I created my YouTube channel on August 29th, 2015. My father's home. One moment. It does mean my dog's with me now. So, dog check. Look at her. Roxy. She's chilling. She's always sitting there when I record these. Oh man, this is cool. This is cool. Anyway, obviously, it has been a while since I've uploaded again. For the second year in a row, this is the least active year I have been here on YouTube. And I could go into, oh, it's motivation, oh, it's that I'm too lazy, or oh, I don't have content. Honestly, I've talked about the same things over and over in all these videos where I just sit here and talk. So I think I'm going to kind of go through this year as a progression of me as a person rather than what I've been doing, really, on just YouTube and stuff in general. Because there's been a lot of growth this past year. A lot of time has been put towards not really YouTube videos, but kind of getting me to a point where I am enjoying myself and life again. In reality, this past year was very much so one of the most difficult years of my life. And it seems like I say that every year, but I think that just really is how life goes. You don't realize how good you have it until you come against more hardships. And alas, I did. Last year, was my sophomore year of high school, which I am now a junior. Yeah, just started that, which is a crazy title to have against my name. I am 15 and a half now. I'm going to be 16 in a couple months. Few months, actually. 3 months. Wild. But now I have this title on my name, and I guess I better use it. So I'm a junior now, but last year I was a sophomore, which ended up being the hardest school year of my life. Hello? Alright, plot twist of the day. My father came home from work, and he needs his space to be able to do his thing. So I'm actually in my room for once. This is the room that I have lived in for a little over a year now. I used to be in the room across my house, but I'm now here, which is where I sleep, and that's about it. And I filmed a couple Balmy Bro videos. If you know, you know. But anyways, where was I? So my sophomore year of high school was pretty dang difficult. I had the hardest classes I had ever taken because of COVID year. Made it a little rough going into sophomore year because I expected it to be a lot easier than, well, it ended up being. I ended up taking a bunch of difficult classes like AP European History, which, little did you know, it's actually 3 times the work than a regular history class. And on top of that, I had a few other advanced classes that took up so much time. So because of that, I wasn't really able to work on videos or do any personal projects. I spent so much time on school that I would get home at the end of the day and just kind of do nothing. I never really had motivation over the past year, in a sense. Or in reality, I had motivation, but I always had an excuse to not work with that motivation. I tended to strive towards sticking with doing the filler stuff, what's easy in life, and what really didn't bring me much joy or gratification. I tended to, it's like let's say you have a list of YouTube videos you want to watch, and one of them is from your favorite YouTuber. You're like, oh, Zooey Mama, I'm so excited to watch Tom Scott and Friends. They just released a new video about internet memes. And you're like, okay, I'm going to watch this. But first, let me watch the 7 other videos that I really don't care about that'll add nothing to my enjoyment or life first. Because, well, save the best for last, right? Which, it's fine in doses, but when you do that for the entirety of your life, where every aspect of your life is controlled by that, it just leads to depression, to say the least. I ended up being very sad over the past year because of that reason. It wasn't because of too much other personal stuff, right? Fortunately, no to that as well. Over the past year, had a bunch of buddies move away, people who I was really, really close to and that I've grown up with since I practically moved to the town I've lived in for the past 13 years. And because of that, that took a large toll of my energy and emotional well being. Um, and It was hard for quite a while. Um, and it was basically started that kind of time period of people beginning to move over a 6 month course. And it started in April when I was doing Accu last year, which been a little while since that. But most of my friends ended up moving in October of last year, which was after the 6 years ago today video. And so a lot has happened since then. And pretty much I dealt with this loss as, I can't speak. Pretty much I dealt with this loss by just continuing procrastinating what I wanted to do. I guess it was more like enjoying the things that are easy to do, like watch people who have done the things I enjoy, rather than do research on topics that I love, like film or music or anything like that. I basically sat around just watching videos and going on bike rides and getting all sentimental over the stuff that I previously used to live with. Like basically my life when I was younger, when I was starting this channel, pretty much that time period, and seeing how much changed in just the past few years. And when everybody moved, it was further emphasized. And on top of that, the few families that still stuck around couldn't really see because of COVID precautions, and some of which I can't see now still, including my grandparents, because of sickness and in general fear of what is to come, and high risk and all this other stuff that is very common now and unfortunately has taken a lot of people from me. Now I know this whole video has been quite negative thus far through what I've really talked about, but in reality, as grim as all this loss was and how difficult the school year was, and this falling out of going from having a school table full of people to the brim to sitting alone and just trying to grasp whatever kind of social interaction I could have to fill this void in my heart, especially when May came around and I had two real close buddies of mine who were in my close little group that I called the Breakers. When they moved away, that's when it really hit me. And went through an emotional, just immediate decline in May of this year. I ended up coming out of that, however, after battling with it for past few months, a little bit stronger. As you guys know, it was around that time when I made the Where I've Been video, where I talked about where I've been. And I probably mentioned some of these topics. I didn't watch that video before I did this one, but pretty much that was where I was at. I was in kind of a low place. But I ended up going to a church event called Elevate, which is where I performed the live comedy, which was the last video I made. And since then, it's just been working through that. I ended up giving my testimony of my life when I was there to my church family. It finally clicked to me, my spiritual growth as a Christian. And that was really helpful to understanding how I've always felt misunderstood in a lot of social situations. And where I've kind of grown from that, and from being somebody who tends to use people to put their problems on, to becoming the person who has people come to them to help them with their problems, which is always my goal in life, because if I'm helping others, that therefore helps me. And if I can do it in a Christ-like way, that's the best gift I could have. And so learned that. And then as the summer progressed, I had some incredible memories. The start of summer and the end of summer was just such a phenomenal time. The middle was a bit bland, but still really enjoyed it. But through that time, I did notice one thing. I still wasn't working on any projects. I had gotten back into Accu Rewind um, in around April again of this year, a year later. After I had taken about a 9-10 month hiatus because of burnout. I had been working on it every day for hours a day, and it was just so boring. The content was not meant to be a video originally, it was just meant to be streams, and then maybe I'd make a video. So going through 19 and a half hours of footage to try to get it down to enjoyable content was really difficult because 19 hours of that footage is boring and nothing and not worth watching. So, and since it was something I'd already lived through, I just lost motivation. And when I had come back to it in April, I thought, there's no way I don't finish the video. As you can see, it never came out. And that also meant no other videos came out. And I completely lost motivation and gave up. Or so it seemed to me. But in July, I finally decided, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to sit around and not make anything. I was talking to my therapist, and I finally came to the conclusion I could sit here and wait until I finally have my 10 minutes of doses every 2 weeks to work on this, of motivation to work on this video, or I could just do other projects, find new things I enjoy, and try to get back and get through this mental blockade that I've been stuck in for creatively for so long. I want to make short films. I want to make vlogs. I want to do more personal stuff and make deep philosophical things, I guess, or just in general, have a bit more fun, do things with people, and take my life back. However, the taking the life back part would have to wait until a couple weeks ago. But back to July, I finally just decided to call Accu Rewind off for the time being. I haven't worked on it for a month, and I don't know when I'm going to get back to it. The only way it'll probably get out for a little while is if somebody wants to edit the rest of the video for me, but personally, it feels wrong of me to ask that because it feels like my responsibility. It's a video I promised, and I hate making false promises, and I do truly apologize that the video is not out. It should have been, and I'm sorry about that. I know a lot of you guys were really hyped, and I'm so sorry it's not here. But alas, I finally decided I'm done waiting. I'm going to make other stuff. And so that's kind of what I've done. I have a couple vlogs and other videos that I've recorded over the past year that I do intend to release throughout this rest of this year when I get the chance and time to edit and finish them. But for the most part, I filmed a few new videos, and I do think they will be released. They will. And they will come out. I don't know when, and I'm not going to sit here and say, put a set date and be like, it's going to be out tomorrow. Because it's not. For all I know, it could be a week from now. It could be a month from now until I upload again. Because in reality, I've become a lot more busy. I have therapy twice a week. I have church twice a week where I'm now doing a leadership group for junior high kids. And I also have school, which takes up 7 hours of my day, plus however long homework takes. And, eating and being a human being, that takes up time too. And then also, I just found out today that I have been cast into a school play that I intend to put a decent amount of time into, which will take up my time. I've been very busy, and so because of that, I haven't been able to work on projects very much. But I have motivation now because a little over a week ago, I finally came to the conclusion that I'm done sitting here being miserable and mourning over these people and opportunities in my life that I've lost. I finally decided, I can sit here and act like and wait until things change, or do the advice that I have given other people and myself to take initiative and be the one that transforms my life for the better through God's blessing and pathways that he puts on my road of life. And so I did that. I finally made that decision, and I have never been more motivated to make stuff in my life. I also got the opportunity to meet with a professional screenwriter who gave me some incredible advice and bought me a book called The Art of Writing, which I started reading a couple days ago, and it's been so cool. The advice that's in that book, and journaling, and is something I started doing, and just in general, trying to find ways to break this creative mind block I've been stuck in, and I think it's working. I have a Google Doc on my phone of just ideas I have for videos or short films or just projects in general. And I think it's about time that they come to fruition. I'm going to be buying an actual camera this weekend, maybe even today. And I truly think there's some cool stuff on the way. And I'm not just saying it this time. I've never been more motivated in my life to create these ideas in my head. And I'm finally at the point where I am very happy where I'm at. And so incredibly blessed to have so many people and friends and opportunities around me, even when, yeah, it may be less than it was before everybody moved away, but in reality, I have grown so much from it. And that's just the way God works, very mysteriously. When life gets you down, it may seem like you can't really get out of that hole that you're stuck in, but in reality, it's because it's for growth. And I've been able to grow through the struggles that I have dealt with. And while I may still go through struggles, at least I know I can go through it with a sense of maturity and wisdom and discernment. And overall, I have God right by my side each step I take. And so nothing more comforting than that. So I'm feeling good. And while I have had some scares physically over the past year, my body was a little out of whack for like a month and stuff like that, we're persisting. And even though there's still so much going on, there's so much joy in the world to enjoy. I mean, just look out there. Look out there, people. You see that? That's the outside world. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that cool? Like, we get that for free, ladies and gentlemen. That in itself is enough joy to make life worth it, is just to be outside. And I've gone on bike rides and all this stuff, and just in general, just been enjoying the world and trying to find what's fun in life again. And I think it's taking the opportunities that you get with people and enjoying God's creation, which it's free. You don't need to to enjoy a sunrise or a sunset and the beauties of life. And that's why I'm so into photography and cinematography and just all the stuff with film, because it's art. And I think the world's a playground, and you might as well use it. So yeah, enough of the sappy stuff. That's where I'm at. So overall, the past year's had its troubles, but I've come through it, and I feel good. And I truly hope the best for you guys as well, and that you're all doing well. Especially those who have stuck around. Once again, I do really appreciate it, and the support that I still get on these videos even though I've made so many false promises, it's really appreciated. And all the comments about how different I look because I decided to grow out my hair. This is a year of growth, and then this is 9 months. Those have been funny. Keep them coming. And one day I'll shave again, and then you'll see the real Gabe emerge once more. But yeah, basically on the YouTube side of things, I have stuff coming on the way. Don't know when, and I'm not going to make promises as to when. It could be a little while, or it could be really recent. It just depends how life goes. But I'm not going to overwork myself and pressure myself anymore, because that obviously didn't work over the past couple of years. So I'm going to try something new and just pace myself and go at a pace where I can handle it all. Yeah. On the Twitch side of things, I still do stream occasionally. I know I haven't done it much. I haven't been speedrunning really, mainly because I don't have the time, but I still enjoy it. And when I buy the camera, I'm also buying a new Wii remote, so I'll be coming back to speedrunning Wii games. And I do intend to start doing streams again every now and then. Not necessarily because I enjoy the games as much anymore, because Geometry Dash and stuff like that, I enjoy doing other things with my time, but I do love streaming. And I do miss doing it, and I always realize how much I miss doing it when I do it again. So I'm excited for the stream tonight. But, yeah, so there'll be more. There's stuff coming. Just be patient with me. And I promise I'll deliver on this promise this time. It's not me just saying it. I really mean it. And I really hope I mean it. Because if I lie again, ban me. Block me from your memory forever. I don't deserve your watch. But yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for 7 years. It's still crazy to think about how, I was 8 years old when I created this channel and started doing what I done and just have so much fun. It's been such a creative minefield for me. It was such an inspiration for me as a kid. I remember just when I was younger on my Kindle Fire HD before I had a phone, because I got a phone 7 years ago. That the day I got my phone was the day I made my channel. But before that, I had a Kindle Fire, and I would watch YouTube on my Nintendo Wii's YouTube back when that was around. And I was just so inspired by all those classic Minecraft viewers, Stampy, Dan TDM, and just all these guys who inspired me. And I was like, this is something I want to do. I want to be able to bring entertainment to people and tell jokes and kind of get into our own little world. And so I'm so happy that I've been able to have that opportunity and to do that. And to have the small following I do have. Because you don't need a big one to be happy or enjoy it. Let's try this. Let's see what this looks like. It's a bit much. It's a bit bright. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah. It's a little rough. Sorry, the blinds. Also, sorry if this video ends up being unedited. I only have so much time in the day to get it uploaded, so it'll probably be unedited. But yeah, right after this video comes out, I will be streaming on Twitch, going through my other years ago today videos, and talking about YouTube and talking with you guys, and I'm excited for it, and I hope to see you all there. This is my brother's thing, by the way, in case any of you were curious. But yeah, now it's time for the Q&A with myself in a year from now. And the Q&A with all my past years will be in the live stream. Past 7 years, and I'm just truly so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Man, this is cool. It's cool to do this again. Anyway, hey Gabe, 16-year-old senior Gabe, you old fart. Goodness gracious. How you doing? Hope you are well. It's me, you from last year. And do you still have this hair thing going on? Is it like down to here now? Are you Nepesta? I don't know, man. How's the fam? How's grandparents? How's the family? How's Roxy? How they all doing? How goes it? How are you? I hope you're well. Have you done any projects, huh? Have you made short films? Have you made video projects? Have you become a photographer? How are you still working at Commons? Huh? What are you doing? What are you up to? Dude, you still doing stuff with Maxi Poo? I know he might have moved by now. I think he said he's moving next summer. You still doing stuff with him? You made videos with them? All those buddies? What are you up to? How are they been? How's the church? How's the school? How's the wife? How's the kids? Do you got a girlfriend? Come on now, Gaby. That's the real question that must be asked. And, just how are you, man? Hope you're good, because we're doing good. And I do truly hope that you're still staying good. In regards to where I am, right now my favorite movie is, still liking Bo Burnham stuff. He released his outtakes last, May. I wonder if he, released anything else. I know he did the thing with Kate, which is pretty cool. Tick Tick Boom, still my favorite. Back to the Future, Breakfast Club, all that stuff. You still doing Yearbook? How'd the last one turn out? How'd the DVD come along? And how are your friends, dude? I know a lot of them are going they're graduating, and I know I hope you made some new friends over the past year. And who are they? What are you doing with them? How are they? And yeah, just how are you, man? I don't know. I don't know if there's any specific questions I want to ask. I just kind of want to see where you're at and see your face in a year from now and talk with you. So just hope you're good, dude. And keep your chin up if times are hard. God's got you forever and ever. Amen. And yeah, enjoy outside. Keep doing that, man. Don't forget it. And good luck on your senior year of high school. Wishing you the best. It's gonna be good. And scene. That brings us to the end of this installation of the Years Ago Today series. I hope you guys enjoyed listening, and probably will have some little edits in it in the end, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of this channel, and expect more stuff. Whether it's edited, whether it's films, whether it's vlogs, whether it's Discord videos. I have one of those recorded, whether it's a Jackbox video, whether it's all these different things. I have so much planned that I want to do, and I'll be bringing back Minecraft. But yeah, thanks so much everybody for watching and for the past amazing 7 years of my life. And I'm truly grateful for all that's come out of this channel, and that will continue to come over the next few years. Also, I found out I share the same anniversary on YouTube as Crank Gameplays. He is 10 today. Crazy. Unis honest, baby. Woo! That's about it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Yeah, just thank you. I don't even know what else there is to say. Just thanks. I'm so grateful, man. I'm so grateful. And I hope you all are well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good rest of your day and morning. And in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Truman Show's bomb. Bye, guys. Appreciate y'all.